Yeah, the breaking news is in Bankers Hill. Streets are blocked off there because a person has been firing shots. I'm Virginia Cha.
And I'm Jason Martinez. 10 News has crews around the area of Laurel and Brant, just east of I-5. Let's go right now to 10 News reporter Marie Cornell. What do you know, Marie?
Well, Jason, we know police are inside of the building. You can see all the police tape, all the police officers down that way. About 10 minutes ago, I heard from a police officer saying that more shots were fired inside just as they were getting ready to deploy the gas. Now, let me show you. We were standing right over here on this sidewalk when officers asked us to move out of the way because they said we were in direct line of sight of the shooter. And then seconds after he asked us to leave, this is what we heard. You heard the gunshots and you saw, our photographer even going down with the camera just as officers are telling everyone to take cover. All of this because a man is threatening to shoot people. We're told he's on the very top floor of one of the buildings in Bankers Hill. Two schools in this area are on lockdown because of this: Washington Elementary and City Tree Christian. Obviously a scary situation for everyone around, especially for a mom who has a child at one of those schools.
I was scared because the school isn't that far from here. We walk there every morning. We walk to and from school. So my first, obviously is for my daughter and all the children as well.
Now, about 30 minutes ago, we did see San Diego Police Chief Shelley Zimmerman arrive. We saw her speaking to officers, also speaking to other folks that are in this area. We saw her walk down that street. Right now, they still have us back past this line, so we're kind of just waiting to see what's happening. But again, we have heard that police are inside of that building, and just about 10 minutes ago we are told that shots were fired inside of there, guys.
All right, Marie, meantime, 10 News reporter Melissa Masiha was already in that area before it was blocked off. We want to hear from her.
Yeah, she's just a few blocks away from these live pictures. And Melissa, we heard the gunshots from Marie Cornell. Did you hear them too?
Yeah, I'm in a different spot than Marie, and I did hear sounds. I'm in a different area, so it was unclear if they were gunshots or some other device, but definitely a lot of people in the area. I talked to several witnesses. They heard it, too. They did think it was gunshots. At this point, we're still looking into that. But what I can tell you here is I was actually heading to court for a separate story when I saw police officers rush by with their lights and sirens, and so I found out about the shots fired. I went through this area here and got there before any perimeter was even set up. Shortly after, same situation with Marie, they quickly pushed us back, saying that the person firing had a long-range rifle and that if we could see the building, we are in the line of sight. So they pushed me back. They also rushed some witnesses back. And then after that, they set up the police case. So it was a very chaotic scene. I can tell you right now, my car is actually still blocked off because I was so near the building. So I can't even access that. All I was able to do, I grabbed my purse and my phone, and that was basically about it. So it's unclear when people will be let back in. I did speak to several people here on scene. I talked to one man who heard those shots. I want you to take a listen to what he had to say.
Mel, we don't have right now. Can
Okay.
you tell us what he said?
Yeah, I can tell you that he was actually supposed to be working on trimming some trees in the area. So he was by the building, and he said he saw police officers there, and then he heard shots. So after he heard those gunshots, he said he heard at least two. He quickly took cover and ran behind a building so that he wouldn't be in the area where the shots were fired. So I sat down, I talked to him. And again, the big thing is that police didn't want any of the witnesses to be in harm's way. So they moved us back quickly. And anyone watching this at home in the area, I just talked with the PIO, the Public Information Officer for San Diego Police. They encourage anyone who is seeing this in the area, do not go outside. Don't walk around. Stay inside your home until they get this whole situation taken care of. One more thing I forgot to mention, I did get a little more information just within the past few minutes from San Diego Police. I did confirm here that the officers were on scene because they were responding to a domestic violence call. So they were in the area because of a domestic violence call, and that's when the shots were fired. At this point, no word if anyone has been injured, but this is a very fluid situation. Of course, Marie and I, we are both gathering what we can from our separate vantage points, and I'll bring you that as that develops.
Yeah, Mel, I appreciate that. Stand by. And also, we just want to reiterate that the two elementary schools that are just a few blocks south of this location on Brant Street are Washington Elementary and City Tree Elementary School, both on lockdown. And of course, a lot of anxious parents want to know what they should be doing because they're worried about their kids. We're going to try to get you some more information on that as well.
Yeah, and matter of fact, Virginia, I want to show you where that is because this gives you an idea of just kind of how much is going on where this is happening. West Laurel at Brant, right up here. We have the SWAT truck kind of indicating where this is happening. Washington Elementary right down here. That is on lockdown right now. But look at where Lindbergh Field is right there. There's the runway, and here's where it's all going on. So we are getting reports that some arrivals may be affected by this. Departures are not. That's the early indication by this. But when you hear a high-powered rifle situation going on, you just can't be too careful. So 10 News is going to be monitoring this situation. We're going to have much more as soon as possible. We'll let you know.